Hello everybody, welcome to another fantastic episode of Still Brewed and Reviewed. My name is John and you are in the world famous sipping den. How cool is that? It's real cool. On this channel, I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. But I also do a world famous Sunday morning coffee review, and I do everything that has anything to do with coffee. And instead of getting in here and trying to tell you everything that I do and all that, because it's unbelievably extensive, fascinating, and brilliant, I just implore you, challenge you, to check out the playlist. It's easy to navigate. It is the best playlist on YouTube. I did it all for you. All I ask back in return is a sub. Remember, I'm the only one in the world that can do this. And to keep it fair to the other YouTubers, and you all are welcome. You all are watching right now. I know you are. You know I do this with half my taste buds tied behind my back. Yeah. Well, today, now when I say everything to do with coffee, I mean every blending or brewing method, every type of coffee. For example, today's is an instant coffee. It is Beanies flavored coffee. It is from England. Flavored coffee to me was an acquired taste. Coffee wasn't. Flavored coffee was. I now have it in my repertoire because every once in a while I'm in the mood for it. I found these flavored coffees. There were like 11 flavors. And I bought them and it came in like 100 pack with these, various numbers of each flavor. And I've been enjoying them. For the most part, they are very good and they've hit the mark on what they say the flavor is supposed to be. So that's all I ask for. As far as these go, because it get any more convenient than this little packet. You put in your wallet, put in your pocket, put anywhere, put in your wallet, purse, at work, and blah, blah, blah. All you need is hot water and you are ready to go. For camping, anything like that, these things are invaluable. All you need is a way to make hot water. And that's it. This flavor here is cinnamon hazelnut. Perhaps I didn't give you a good enough view of it. I don't know. There it is. There we go. Cinnamon hazelnut. All right. So let's put her in. Ooh, smells good out of the pack, as always. That's all there is to it. I have just brewed some coffee. I'll tell you, man, my love of coffee goes back many, 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 many years ago. Growing up in an Italian household, you woke up to the smell of coffee being brewed. You went to sleep to the smell of coffee being brewed. And in between that, there was wine consumed with any meal. Now, I, as a child, was given some coffee to try back in the day. I was also given wine. And immediately I liked the taste of coffee. And I liked it so much when the other kids, when we'd have donuts on Sunday, they would have it with milk and my little butt would have it with coffee. I liked coffee. I have always liked coffee. And when I see a commercial, something coffee's lied to me, it said it would give me energy, it gave me jitters, it said this, it said that. Let me tell you something, man. Coffee to me is the most relaxing beverage on the planet, to me. More than wine, more than anything. It's something about the ritual of brewing or making the coffee and then fixing it, whether it's black or a little cream or some kind of sweetener, and stirring it. And maybe you're with company, maybe you're by yourself, you're sipping it, you're enjoying it. Oh, I love it. It's hot, so you got to take your time. Love it. And I've drank it all over the world, and the rituals and the different styles around the world. It's fascinating. I love this stuff. So here I am. Wine's relaxing. Everything could be relaxing too, but something about coffee. All right. There it is now. Well, I'll tell you. Cinnamon is definitely a thing in this. Make sure I got every little freeze-dried pellet. Maximum flavor. So yes, I smell the cinnamon. It's a pleasant cinnamon too. Not a harsh cinnamon, but a pleasant cinnamon. And a little nuttiness. They have done it again on the smell. Let's see if they hit it on the taste. They have hit it. Very good. Again. Now, you may not like, around the world, this is very popular. In Indonesia, a lot of places, not this particular one, but freeze-dried i.e. instant coffee. I think in England, perhaps 2 different places throughout the world. I've never really drank it until I started the channel and reviewed it for a channel and started acquiring a taste for it. And so now I do enjoy it, and I like it every once in a while. Okay, if my mother was, or my grandmother was making their pot of coffee, back old school, store-bought coffee from back in the day, whatever it was, Maxwell House, chock full of nuts, whatever. And I came over and said, I want this. I'd have got a wallop in the back of the old noggin. That's what would happen. All right, enough of that. But that's all right. Let's put now a little heavy cream and see what happens. Watch this channel at all. You start watching it, or you start watching, because I got hundreds of coffee videos, and you should watch one every time you sip. We should be together on that. You'll see that I love the old heavy cream. Now, trying to remember, I think that's my invention, because I think growing up, and we're talking, I've been drinking coffee for a long, they had milk. Either drank it black, or there was a milk available. I believe we had heavy cream. I don't know when or where I started doing this, but somewhere along the line I decided I liked heavy cream. Oh, now it's brought out the cinnamon and the nut. Well, fat'll do that a lot of times. Enhances flavor, that's for sure. That's just an enjoyable little cup of coffee right there. I didn't put a lot of liquid because, it's not a big packet, all right? So to keep the strength and the flavor good, I didn't use. Now, if I was going to use the bigger setting, I'd maybe use 2 packs. And I know I gave some of these to my daughter because I had like 100 packets. And she mixed some flavors and said it was really good. And I hadn't thought of that. And I'm like, it probably was a good idea on some of these. And you get a stronger cup, right, with the 2 flavors, depending on what they are. There probably were some good mixers there. So let me know your story about drinking coffee, what you think. Very popular beverage around the world. Not as popular as tea, but only because tea has China and India. There's probably more countries with the coffee. I don't know. It's not a competition. Okay, I drink tea as well. But I love coffee. And what your story is, when you started drinking it. If you can't drink it, unfortunately. But I'll tell you, I don't get jitters. I don't get anything. I get relaxation and delicious flavor. That's what I get out of a cup of coffee, and I love it. And if by myself, I love it. I contemplate what I'm going to do for the day when I'm drinking this. Sometimes I drink it midday through work. When I've already had it in the morning, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. I could sleep on it. It's long ago if there was any effects of the caffeine, it wore off. And if I'm with people drinking it, whether it's at a coffee shop or, what are the new fancy coffee house type thing, then it's just great. I'll never forget too. I was in Italy and I was waiting. I think it was in the lobby. No, well, this is 2 stories. So, one is the one I'm gonna tell. Actually, I'm gonna switch to it. Guy was making espresso. A little stand on the, off the road there, and I walked up there, and I don't think I can describe it to give it justice, but I'm gonna tell you something. You just have to, the what he put into it and his enthusiasm. This was an older guy too, probably in his 40s or 50s, and the pride that he put into making this espresso. I mean, it wasn't like just some kid doing it haphazard. I mean, this guy put everything. He truly was a professional. I assumed he owned the place. It was amazing. Just made you want to what he put into that cup. The other story I was going to tell, I was waiting for him in the hotel lobby. They had a bar in there. And before it opened, the bartender, this was in Italy as well, and I've been all over, basically, the world, and certainly every inch of Europe. But I was watching, getting ready to open up. That man polished every square. First of all, the bar was clean the night before. But before he opened it, he cleaned it again. And I mean, he polished brass. He wiped down everything. with a speed and an ease that I've never seen, and just nobody here, it seems anymore, puts that kind of pride in keeping that bar so spotless before. And he would not open that thing until it was spotless, to the point where it impressed me. And I'm pretty, pretty much of a, I won't say a clean freak, but I like things clean. I believe in having things clean. And that guy, I'm looking at him going, man, this guy's taking the ball and run with it. So, interesting that those things pop in my mind. But see how coffee connects us? Hope you enjoyed this. And I really hope to see you on the next one. I'm going to do another one because this is my first cup. Now, one cup ain't going to do it, right? And we'll do this one. You'll have to wait and see what it is.